To begin the body, go ahead and get your white yarn. We are going to start with a slip knot. And you're going to want to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to be working in the second chain from hook. So the one that your hook is on right now, that one doesn't count. The one below it, that's one. The one right below that one is your second one. Go ahead and insert your hook there. That is your first single crochet, so we are going to go ahead and add a stitch marker onto that one. There's our first single crochet. We want to do 10 of them, so that's 1, going in the next one, 2. Sometimes if it only gets some of those threads, it's okay, just pull it up and then reinsert it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we are to the very top right here. In this stitch, we're going to do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. There's 1, going the same stitch. There's 2, and in the same stitch, there's 3. Now coming back down the side, this hole that kind of looks big, we're not going to go in that one, we're going to go in the one just below that one. There's 1, going in the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our very last one right here, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2. At the end of this row, you should have 24 single crochets. Round 2. Go ahead and insert where your stitch marker is for your first single crochet. Remove your stitch marker. Place it in the single crochet that you just did. And then going into the same stitch, we'll do our increase. So there's 2 in that first stitch. Now we're going to do 9 single crochets down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now along the top right here, we're going to do 1 increase in the next 3 stitches. So this next one is going to have 2 single crochets in the same stitch. There's 1, going the same stitch. There's 2. Now going over to the next one. There's 1, going the same stitch. There's 2, and then last increase, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Now we're going to be coming back down the side right here. We're going to do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have 2 single crochets left. We're going to do an increase in each of those. So 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the same stitch. The next one, 1 single crochet and 2 in the same stitch. Round 3. Do 1 single crochet where your stitch marker is. Place your stitch marker in that single crochet. And the next one is going to be an increase. 1, 2, in the same stitch. Now we're going to do 9 down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do this 3 times. We're going to do 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet increase. We're going to repeat that 3 times. So here's our first group. So 1 single crochet in the first one, and then the next one will have an increase. So 1, 2. So that's our first one. We need to do 2 more sets. So here's 1 single crochet, and then an increase. 1, 2. Next one, 1 single crochet, and then an increase. 1, 2. Now we're going to do 9 single crochets down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet increase and repeat that again. So here's our first one, 1 single crochet, and the next one will be an increase. 1, 2 in the same spot, 1 single crochet in the next one, and then an increase in this last one. 1, 2, and then we are back to our stitch marker, and that round is complete. You should have 36 single crochets around. round 4. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Remove your stitch marker. Place it in that single crochet that you just did. And then the next one is going to be an increase, so 2 in the same stitch. So there's 1, going in the same stitch, there's 2. The next one will be 1 single crochet. And then we're going to do 9 single crochets down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet, repeated 3 times. So here's our first group, 1 single crochet. The next one will be an increase, so 2 in the same hole, 1, 2. Next one, 1 single crochet. That's our first group. Let's do that again. 1 single crochet in the next one, and then an increase, 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet. One single crochet in the next one, and then an increase, 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet in the next one. And now we're going to do 9 single crochets down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, increase, and then 1 single crochet repeated 2 times. So here's our first one, 1 single crochet in the first one. The next one will be an increase, 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet. The next one will be 1 single crochet, and then an increase, 1, 2, and this last one is just 1 single crochet. End of round 4, you should have 42 stitches around. Round 5 through 8, we will just be doing 1 single crochet in each stitch around. I will show you how to do round 5, then you can do rounds 6, 7, and 8 on your own. So our first one, insert where your stitch marker is, do your first single crochet, was 1, we're going to do 42. Go in the next one, 2, the next one, 3, all the way around to 42. Just going around, 21, 22, 40, 41, and 42. And then we are back to our stitch marker. So you can go ahead and do the exact same thing for round 6, 7, and 8. Round 9, go ahead and do 1 single crochet where your stitch marker is. Remove your stitch marker. Place it in that single crochet. And then we're going to chain 3. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip 6 of them. So this one doesn't count because it's already in there. We're going to count over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then insert into the 7th one. So that's 1 single crochet that we just did. We want a total of 5. So there's 1 going in the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then skip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go into the 7th one. Now we're going to do 4 single crochets, so that counts as our first one. Going in the next one, 2, 3, 4, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and skip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into the 7th one. And do 5 single crochets. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and skip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go into the 7th one right here. There's 1. We're going to do a total of 3 single crochets. So that was 1. Going the next one. There's 2. And then 3. It will look like that. And that round is complete. Round 10. Our first stitch, we're going to do a decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my stitch marker for just a second. And we're going to go ahead and insert where that single crochet was and pull it up. And then we're going to go into the first chain of our chain 3. And pull up a loop and then yarn over and pull through all 3. We're going to do 9 single crochets. So 1, We forgot to put our stitch marker back in on our first decrease right here. So you've got this stitch right here. We're gonna go back to the one just before that, is where that should go. So there's 1 single crochet, going in the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you've got your 3 chains, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to do 3 decreases. So go ahead and insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. That's our first one. So do it again. Insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Again, insert, pull up a loop, insert in the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now we're going to do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then our last 2 right here is a decrease. So insert, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. You should have 23 stitches. And it will look like, I'm going to tuck that little tail in there out of the way. It will look like that. Round 11, go ahead and insert your hook where your stitch marker is. I'm going to do 9 single crochets, so that's our first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets. Now we're going to crochet 3 together. So go in the first one, pull up a loop, go in the next one, pull up a loop, go in the next one, pull up a loop. So we just turn these 3 stitches into 1, and then we are going to do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then our last one right here is a decrease. So insert, pull up a loop, insert in the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. You should have 20 single crochets at the end of that round.